wanted me to fucking acknowledge it and shit. I wouldn't play his fucking game, give him credit, look at his fucking pubes and shit. Just kept like, yeah, all right, what's up? He's like, so we're gonna do this? We're gonna do this? I said, yeah, you're gonna do it? He's like, yeah. I was like, I know. So I didn't look, just never fucking looked, didn't see the heart and shit like that. I know Bub didn't see wanted me to look and shit, so they could be like, you looked at my dick. It was a gay test and you passed. So I'm sitting behind the monitor and doing that scene and see Muse come out from the room and the monitor and whatnot. And as he's coming out, like over Seth's shoulder, you start seeing more of him visible.
Yeah.
You know, at first you couldn't see his fucking set and whatnot. And I remember thinking, like, I know exactly what it's gonna look like. You know how, like, you know what shit, like, when you walk into a room, I'm not like, who are you? I know exactly what
your brain actually, like, you know, your brain functions to remember all this information, so it like pieces it together, so you're not basically like, who's that? Who's that?
So I'm not always scared. Like,
It's an hour and a half Smodcast.
Oh, this podcast, I'm good, it's good. Like, I was coming,
So when Muse walked out, you weren't like,
yes. I was not like, at all. I was like that though, because I was expecting to see what I was going to see. Like in my brain, I was just like, all right, I know what Muse's dick looks like.
You have a dick in your mind.
Always. Fuck you. All of a sudden I see his dick fucking appear over Seth's shoulder, but in the distance, not looming over Seth's shoulder. That would have been really fun. Not for Seth, but everyone else. I see his dick, and it is the biggest fucking version of Muse's dick you've ever seen in your life. Like, he looked like he was wearing the Marky Mark prosthetic from Boogie Nights. Like, his dick looked big to me, looked really big, and I remember I wanted to be like, Scott, Muse's dick is huge! But that just sounds weird.
Yeah.
You know? And it's just the weird thing, like, I remember we got the Pamela Anderson, Tommy Lee sex tape.
Yeah, it was at the
stash and shit like that. Pop it in. Somebody had sent me it. It was before the internet when you could watch it on the internet.
Yeah.
So somebody was like, I got a copy of that tape. I was like, send that fucking tape. We all want to see it. And we put it on in the comic book store while the store was open. And we figured it was newsworthy. It was just like, this is an emergency.
Kids need to see this.
This is where life comes from, kids. A rock star and a stripper. We're watching them fuck, and it's an intimate tape if you've never seen it. This dude's fucking, he's got a baby's arm holding an apple for a fucking dick. It's massive. And he's just fucking pleasuring her all the hell in a way where I was like, oh, is that how you're supposed to fuck? I've been doing it wrong, dude. She looks really satisfied.
I guess the way you're supposed to fuck is be like, I love you, baby, every 30 seconds.
He did profess his love, Eliza. I love you, baby. And
I love you.
She's very religious because she was all, oh God, oh God, oh God. But I remember we were all sitting around watching the tape, and I was the first one who was just like, after we watched for like 10 minutes, I was just like, God damn it, his dick is huge. And Brian Johnson and Walter Flange both turned and go, no it isn't. And I remember being like, oh shit, I showed my hand. We all go out of our way to keep that fucking information guarded. Yeah, when you're small, you go out of your way to keep that information guarded. When you're big, you show it off to everybody and shit. So there's Muse being, I thought he was one of us. Like, cause I see this, like, I see this dick a lot. One of us, no dick, just like me. And I remember his dick just like mine. It's all balls, no dick. Like, it's all like the balls, you remember?
It's
like,
a blick.
Yeah. It's a total fucking blick, man. Like does your mom ever have that song kit, like the big tomato that you stick needles into?
She did, yeah. I don't know where you're going.
Wait for it. My balls look like that big tomato, and my dick looks like a little thimble. And I got a real 0 to 60 dick, so it's just like when it gets hard, it looks, you know, you're not like, what the fuck? You're like, well, that's serviceable. I guess. But it's like when it's not hard, when it's 0 to 0, it's really literally just nub cap.
It's a great.
Cap on balls. It looks like the Keebler outfit that gained a lot of weight.
You taped it there, right?
But anyway, I'm used to seeing it on you. Same thing. All fucking potato, no meat whatsoever. And all of a sudden he's got a dangler and shit like that.
He did.
And I couldn't, and remembering what had happened in the comic store, I didn't want to be like, Scott, his dick is huge, right? Lest you be like, no, it's not. So I didn't say anything and shit like that. I marked it in my head, but I was like, oh my God, that's fucking unbelievable and shit like that. And then months and months later on, I was in my house where we had the editing room, and Affleck came over. He'd never read the script, never saw the movie, came over, watched the flick and whatnot, and I'm bugging, was watching, I went and did other shit. After the movie's over, I come into the room. And I was just like, what'd you think? Second thing he says, he goes, you know that wasn't Muse's real dick, right? And I was like, I know, right? And he's going, because I've seen that dude's dick more than I've seen my own. Me too. He's like, and that's not what it fucking looks like. It don't look like that. I was like, what do you think it is then? He's going, oh, come on, Kev. That motherfucker is one pump away from total liftoff. He's going, all the blood's there. You just need one more little pulse of blood and it's going to make the little move, jerk up and start rising like the morning sun and shit. He's like, that's incredible, man. But that dude, that is real dick. Dude is almost about to fucking have a hard on. So I was like, all right, man, I'll let him know. That's what you do for friends. And I ran in, I saw Muse. Next time I saw Muse, I was just like, I saw Ben and then saw the movie. He goes, what do you think? I said, the second thing that he said was that he thought you were one pump away from total liftoff. He's going, what? Ben said that the only reason you looked remotely large because you were fucking jerking off. So he said that you were just jerking off behind the door before you came out. And that's why your dick looks like that. He's like, well, I was. He's going, but that don't make it bigger. That's my dick. And he got kind of incensed and shit. And I was like, oh, you look mad. He's like, you tell Affleck for me, man. That ain't me on the way up. That's me on the way down. Now, I had the same reaction. I was like, ah. I saw Affleck again. I was like, hey, man, you said that ain't on the way up. That shit on the way down. And Affleck was staring at me blankly. He goes, what does that even fucking mean? He was looking at me. He's like, what's that fucking mean? That's not even an insult. That's just stupid. And I was like, no, yeah, you're right. But yeah, like his dick. Why are we talking about Muse's dick?
I think we were talking about how we ultimately, if we go back in time, would have possibly replaced Muse with the guy who shoved tons of contraband.
Yes. Yeah. Like a strange.
Yeah, we wanted the Buddy Strange.
Yes. He would have been a much more interesting guy to know.
Oh, we could just bring him to parties and be like, hey man, we brought some beer.
He's like, yeah. We'll do a little show, Gab. Come on, my cousin's here from fucking Pittsburgh. Drop the Strange on. So I don't do that anymore. I got in trouble. Have you ever boofed anything? You ever put anything in your ass? You ever let a chick put a pinky in your ass or anything? You ever been rectally breached?
It's done some ass play.
Yeah, really? Knuckle deep, first knuckle, second knuckle, fist.
I'm pretty sure I didn't have a fist.
I bring that up.
I did have a pipe. And a bag of tobacco.
I bring it up as a segue to a part of the show that I love very dearly. It's one thing for us to kind of...
Let's go. What can you fit in your ass?
Yes. It's one thing to sit up here and try to be funny and entertain you folks, but it's another thing when we select one of you from the audience to brace yourself against these two tables.